Does the SBA provide small business grants? So we're going to get into that today. If this is your first time watching me, I am Trina Boyd. I'm the founder of an organization called Women in Power. Women in Power help women with starting, scaling. We help women with grants, writing, and winning grants. We help them scale with government contracting and obtaining business credit. And what I do want to offer you is to apply to membership to Women in Power if you are a women-owned business. I will post the link below. I also want to invite you out to my book launch for my book that will be able to help you with learning how to win a grant or grants multiple for your business. So, does the SBA actually provide grants for small business owners? So I'm going to get into that today. And the information I'm going to be giving you is going to be verified information from the SBA. So I'm going to tell you a story. So about 2 months ago, I invited the SBA out to a business credit class because one of the things that Women in Power offer, we offer you resources and information on how to get approved for business credit. But we also like to bring in the SBA and big organizations that can actually give you the money to get business credit, right? So we invited her out. And if you want me to post the recording, if you want the recording to this, let me know. Comment in this particular video if you want the recording. Just comment SBA and I will attach the recording for you all of when the SBA came out and spoke to me. So this is going to be the information, the verifiable information that they gave me as it pertains to grants from the SBA. And the reason I'm making this video is because I see a lot of people searching for the SBA grants. So I just want to make it really, really clear about what's happening, right? So I have seen multiple groups on Facebook. I've seen groups on Facebook where they have SBA grants. And let's get this clear first thing. First thing, SBA is not going to create a group on Facebook and say, hey, we got money to give out. They're not going to do that. That's just something that the government does not do, and they may have the manpower, but this is something that the government does not do. They will not create a group on Facebook. And another reason I'm making this video is because people actually think the SBA has grants for small businesses. So you can actually go to the SBA's website and they will tell you directly that they do not supply grants to small businesses. So what is a small business and what is it's two different things, right? So we have a small business, right? So a small business is probably you watching this video. And then we also have non-profits. So if you are a non-profit, right? Hopefully whoever is scamming people on the SBA grants is not watching this. Um, but if you are a nonprofit, they provide grants for that. And the website to go to that is going to be grants.gov. So grants.gov is where you will actually go to find grants for nonprofit. So a nonprofit is someone who has a 501c3 letter, because in order for you to even qualify for this grant that the SBA has for nonprofits, you have to have a 501c3. So let's get that clear. But if you are a for-profit, let me explain the two, because I recently encountered situations where women did not know if they had a nonprofit or a for-profit, which is fine. But I just want to clarify what a nonprofit is. A nonprofit is basically an organization that you're probably passionate about, that you're not looking to profit. A lot of times, if you are a nonprofit, you're not profiting, so to speak, on the business side of it. But if you are a for-profit, your intentions is to profit. So you may see nonprofit organizations who are making billions of dollars, right? They may be making billions, millions. I've seen currently in our local city, they make billions. They get billions of dollars in, right? So they are considered a nonprofit, but they don't have owners. So that's another thing. If you are a nonprofit, you're not the owner of the nonprofit. You are just the founder. So that's important to know too, because when you say, "Oh, I own," no, the government owns it because we're not paying taxes. So you're just the founder, and that's another reason you probably see a lot of people who are on these boards and they're voted off and they're just not structured right. So if you are a nonprofit, you don't own the nonprofit, you just are the founder of the nonprofit. So that's another reason that you cannot get a certification. So that's another story. Okay. But back to what I'm saying, a nonprofit, if you make $1 billion and you're the founder of a nonprofit, that $1 billion is not going into your salary. So that $1 billion is going into your nonprofit, and you deviate out according to whatever grant that you got or whatever you're doing for the greater good of the community or the country or wherever your mission is for your nonprofit. So you're not intending to profit. A lot of times you're not even making $1 million in a nonprofit. So this is just to clear things up on what a nonprofit is. So if you are a nonprofit, though, you can get a grant from the SBA. So the SBA does have grants out there for you. A lot of the women business centers that you see, if you have a local women business center, they're either funded by the SBA, or I know they're funded by the SBA, or they're funded by the government, which is all the same. The government and the SBA are all the same. Like I said, if you want the video, if you want not the video, if you want the recording to our meeting with the SBA where they verify everything I'm saying, make sure you comment that you want the recording, or you can comment SBA, and then I will post it for you all. So we got that cleared up. If you are a nonprofit, you can qualify for grants from the SBA. But if you are a business, so if you have a hair salon, if you have a nail salon, or if you have an insurance agency, or if you are a notary, or whatever it is that you're doing, real estate, and you are considered a for-profit. So the SBA does not have grants for that. The SBA does not have grants if you are a for-profit business. I just want to clear that up so people can stop getting scammed, okay? So do not pay any money, even if they had money out for you all, which they don't for small businesses. You are not to pay any money. What are you paying money for? And the reason I'm making this video is because people have been getting scammed doing these things. So I don't want you to get scammed. So if you are a business, do not fall for it. Do not pay any money or anything for an SBA grant. People are on Instagram scamming people. People are on TikTok scamming people, saying that they're the SBA, emailing. They even email me some stuff, look just like the SBA. I'm telling y'all, make sure you check those emails where it's being sent from. If it's a Gmail at Gmail, you know it's a scam. Okay, so don't fall for the okie doke. I just wanted to say that the SBA does not provide small business grants. Okay, small business grants. If you are a nonprofit, then you could consider qualify for an SBA grant, but they're not going to inbox you on TikTok. They're not going to inbox you on Facebook. They're not going to inbox you on Instagram and say, "Hey, I got a grant for you." The SBA don't do that. You have to go and look. First of all, you have to find the grant if you are a nonprofit from the SBA. Second of all, once you find the nonprofit grants from the SBA, you then have to qualify. You have to have a 501c3 letter to qualify. So it's steps. So it's not just no, it's not going to be something that's just an easy, you just pay $200 and now you get a grant. Now, if somebody can guarantee you a grant, it's a scam. Okay. Don't fall for it, y'all. So the SBA, be clear on this, the SBA does not provide grants if you are a business. If you are a nonprofit, make sure you have your 501c3 letter. I do want to say though, Women in Power provide you, can help you guarantee to get a 501c3 letter. So if you are a nonprofit and you're watching this, I highly encourage you to apply for membership for Women in Power. Apply for membership. The link will be below. If you are a nonprofit, apply for membership. Women in Power can offer you a lot of help with getting your 501c3, with getting grants. A lot of times, if you are a nonprofit, there is so much money out for you. There's so much money out for you. I also want to say, because it's a lot that you have to know, like, I'm not going to say it's a lot, but it's things that you have to know. When you're navigating the nonprofit space, you don't want to mess up. You want to make sure you are compliant. You want to make sure, hey, if I get $1 million grant, how do I divvy out this $1 million, right? If you just wrote a proposal and the government or the SBA, if you are a nonprofits now, and they say, hey, here is a nonprofit that you wrote a proposal for, how do you divvy out the money? How do you manage those things? And this is one of the things that Women in Power provide. I provide guidance on what needs to happen. I provide compliance, like how to stay compliant once you have your 501c3 as a nonprofit. All of these things matter because you don't want to get it taken away. All right. You don't want to get your 501c3 taken away. And you want to make sure you're compliant. So with that being said, make sure you apply for membership below. And also, if you are a for-profit business, right, I want to say that I do have a challenge going on in May 2024. I'm going to say May 2024 because you may be watching this 5 years from now or 10 years from now. But if you are watching this and you are a for-profit business and you want to learn how to win grants for your for-profit business, I have a 5-day challenge, 5-day grant writing challenge going on right now. The 5-day grant writing challenge is in May, and I will post the link for that. It will help you, teach you how to write grants. Definitely worth the $97, y'all. But not only that, I have VIP available. VIP is where you're able to come in and ask those questions on the Zoom. If you pay $97, you'll still get the information. But if you become a VIP, then you're able to come into the Zoom call and you're able to ask questions before we even start the meeting. All right. So with that being said, I will post a link for that below. But thank you all for watching. Make sure you come in SBA if you want the recording. Also, make sure you let me know what type of business that you have in the comments so that way I can get to know you all. But thank you all for watching, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.